as well as something that you would find in your garden. So they really are a cool, interesting, whimsical way to bring them together. And of course, they come from Home Reflections. These are your Gourd duck luminaries, and we have them for you today at a clearance price, $29.96 for a set of 3. So it breaks down to less than $10 a Gourd luminary here. So you can break them up as gifts or keep them all for yourself.
Right.
But this is the perfect decorator's choice, and I'll tell you why, because they come in 3.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what's fun. You can do things in pairs and flank them, and that's great, but it's always interesting to have a set of 3, to Alberti's point, and also staggered in height and staggered in shape. So as a trio, they're fantastic. But again, as Alberti said, if you want to gift them, how about a lovely bow around the neck with a cute sentiment for fall and gifting each of them?
Now, this white option that you're seeing here, the ivory, it's very popular and very limited right now. So only 150 left to go around. If you want it, H205571 gets that home to you. Look, of course, the cutouts are all the way around, so it's really beautiful.
Right, and I want to remind you that sometimes when things are made, it's the imperfection is the perfection. So in this case, it's meant to look like, we sometimes call it like a milk paint or a wash of paint.
Okay.
So you're going to see peaks of light. It's not supposed to be a solid white painted piece. That also gives it kind of a vintage look. So in this case, it's the idea of taking the sculptural nature of a gourd, which is what Mother Nature did best, right? So the shape of a gourd has a unique shape to begin with. But if you really look at a gourd, a lot of them look like a duck with its beak turned up. So it's the idea of mixing those two things together, the idea of nature and that fall autumnal look, and just creating a really cute, unique piece.
Yeah.
And you just choose if you love the idea of what we most associate with a gourd, kind of that green that starts to peak at the orange as it changes. That would be your green and orange. Or if you like the idea of more that whitewashed look, then you'd choose the white.
So there's the green and orange. Remember, you're getting 3 of them here. So the large duck is 13 inches in height. The medium duck is going to be about 8 inches in height, and then the small duck, 8 inches in height as well. Just one's got their beak down, the other one has the beak pointed up.
Exactly. So they're in different positions, and so they're going to essentially be around the same height, but they look like they're staggered heights because of the positions of the beaks. And each of them, what I think is great about this too, is each one has its own individual bit of flameless light. So you're not just getting it in one, like the center one. To your point, if you wanted to break them up or keep them together, you're going to get these really fun points of light in each of them.
So I just
want to
show you,
cool.
There's the candle on the inside.
Exactly.
It is a flameless candle. All of these come with a timer, 4 or 8 hour time modes when you turn them on. Now these are for indoor use. So
that's
perfect
correct.
For a table, an entry table.
Look what we did here. How easy is that?
I love this, right? In the tray.
How easy is that? Then it becomes, exactly, you're so good at this. And then it becomes a movable, it's a movable, your mother, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's a movable piece of decor then. Like Alberti said, do you have a tray at home that's probably been in the closet? Pull it out. Maybe the kids brought leaves in. You don't need to go out and buy a bag of leaves if you don't want to. Pull them in from nature, add a few little gourds in, and you get this adorable fall centerpiece that you can create at home. We just did it with a tray. There's a million ways to do it. Simply set them on the fireplace. But I love that idea, like Alberti said, put them in a tray and put them on the ottoman, and suddenly you have a sort of focal point and a fun, interesting piece in your family room.
And a full scene.
And a full scene, right.
Let's be honest
Could be
here.
mama and babies.
This is a full scene. It's a conversation piece. It looks really great. It's something that's whimsical, but you know what? It's still sophisticated. Sometimes whimsy can be too whimsy.
Well, if their eyes were goofy, yes. Or if it was done in sort of, like a gourd and you think an animal and what's that going to look like? Again, it lends itself well to this because a gourd naturally looks sort of, right? Like it takes on that shape anyway. It almost looks like if you had gone into a specialty store and someone hand carved this, that's what it looks like. It looks like a hand carved wood piece.
Now, if you want the ivory, that is our most popular, and we only have a couple dozen left. That is very, very popular. 2 payments of $14.98 if you're picking this up. If you're getting it with a cue card, it's less than $10 to get them home.
That's
and
great.
that's actually the cost per item in this collection. You're getting all 3 of them here for less than $30. H205571. They are not heavy. They are just the
right.
perfect weight, and it's the very first day that you're seeing it at that low clearance price, so take advantage of that. H205571. We've got the orange and green option or that ivory. That ivory is very, very popular. I definitely wouldn't wait on those. All right, so speaking of popular, you guys are in love with this, and I'll tell you why. This looks to me, so I used to live in Palm Springs, California,
So
and I
pretty.
used to go to antique shops every single weekend. The consignment shops, the antique shops.
Love, could spend all day doing that.
Of course, and the owls
Yeah.
were always everywhere. But you know what? Not at this price,
Nope.
and not with this beautiful detail, and not with this light on the inside. Today, we're giving you from Home Reflections not one, a set of 2 Mercury glass owls with the timers. I cannot believe this clearance price. I feel like I'm gonna get to the phones really quickly and order this. $14.52. Whether you're choosing the silver option, which is right here in front of me, you're getting a mommy and a baby.
Correct.
Or the gold option, which is absolutely beautiful. The large one is 8 inches in height. The small one is 5 1/8 inches in height. I would say pick up more than one set. H204133. Maybe you're actually mixing gold and silver here.
You can do, well, think about your jewelry. You mix gold and silver all the time. There's absolutely no problem. And in fact, I think it looks more interesting.
Yeah.
The owls in home decor too. You think back when they became popular in home decor, they have never faded away. They became super popular in the 1970s. That's when you saw the macrame owl, right? Hanging on the wall. It came back again a couple of years ago in a huge way. T-shirts, jewelry, small pieces. But at the end of the day, an owl we certainly associate with fall. We think about all the beautiful autumn things that are happening. And by nature, just their shape and their wise eyes, they just make a really cool decor piece in the house by their shape and their silhouette.